All right. No doubt we're going to get some more people coming through the door. This is a very special, jam-packed lockdown Sunday. We've got lots to go through. Now, I'm not sure what stage of exposure you have to cryptocurrency. So this is good for newbies who are just getting started. So let's get started with the news flash. Where is the news flash? And so every week, before we get into the actual nitty gritty of how to get started, I like to update people with what's going on in the crypto market. And it's been just such a busy week, a busy period. Everything is going parabolic, as they say. And so let's take a look at the news. It's the weekly review. So this is everything that's been happening during the week, you know, and so we're kicking off with the news that investors will begin to short gold amid mass exodus to Bitcoin. I'm putting a lot of emphasis on this because every time I tell people, look, investors, they're selling their gold for Bitcoin, they just don't believe me and they insist that they should be buying gold. Well, it's always good to diversify, you know, and as we can see what these institutions are doing, we've got a prediction. Morgan Creek Digital co-founder Jason Williams, he believes that investors are about to flock into Bitcoin at the expense of gold. The executive of the hedge fund specializing in digital assets argues that the gold's declining relevance, guys, declining relevance is one of the reasons for the mass exodus. I don't have to put enough emphasis on this. You know, he says, I don't even understand. As a store of value asset, it's not working anymore. Gold is not working anymore, guys. So we know what we got to do. Now, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are outperforming everything else on Earth, making other investments look pointless. In recent talks with Ash Pennington on Real Vision Finance, Powell, macro guru Raoul Powell, highlighted that the Bitcoin is the only asset that has witnessed a legitimate long-term rally when compared to the Fed's balance sheet. And so it is the key denominator now of asset prices. The dollar is not the denominator. We should be using the Fed balance sheet. When you divide the S&P by the Fed balance sheet since 2008, the S&P traded in range, as has gold, as has real estate, which is the top of the range, the top end of the range. So equities are in the middle of the range and they basically offset the growth of the balance sheet. The only asset that's obviously done differently is Bitcoin. And this is over a 10-year period. We're not talking over 1 year. We're talking over 10 years. Now, Nigerians have turned to stable coins for protection against inflation. You know, traditional saving groups in Nigeria are looking at dollar-pegged stable coins as a tool to protect their savings from local inflation. The problem is that in inflationary countries like Nigeria and Zimbabwe, the value of savings could plummet, and stable coins, cryptocurrencies pegged to a strong fiat currency like the US dollar or a basket of assets to keep their prices stable could be the solution to Letitia and a number of other Nigerians' problems. So she said devaluation is a problem because if you check the last 2 years, 20,000 naira does not really have a lot of value now. And what if I can actually invest this money somewhere or probably save it somewhere and the value doesn't go down? Then I can use it for something better. Why not? Exactly. Pantera Capital, it says its big Bitcoin price prediction in is ahead of schedule. So they were the asset managers that the investment firm that predicted $100,000 for Bitcoin, and they say it's going to hit $100,000 sooner rather than later, sooner than they forecast. That's what they're predicting. They say it took a few months to stabilize, a few months for the rally to build steam. Now it's full on, guys. That means we are just in the beginning of the Bitcoin rally. It took a few months to stabilize. And so this instinct from trading many cycles over 35 years is that crypto prices are going to melt up, not melt down, guys, like 2018, melt up. We'll see much higher prices before the cycle is over. So Bitcoin rallied after US banking giant Morgan Stanley says customers can buy Bitcoin. Hello, customers can buy Bitcoin. That's what Morgan Stanley is saying. Bitcoin hit back above $59,000, and it was fueled by the news that Morgan Stanley will give wealthy clients access to the leading cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, the poor people are saying Bitcoin is a scam. Please get that out of your head. This is legitimate. This is real. This is the new money. I've been saying it for years. We need more of our people to get into cryptocurrency straight away. You know, the financial outlet cites people with direct knowledge of the situation. They say the decision to support Bitcoin was made after customers demanded to have access to crypto assets. You know, so the investment bank has $400 trillion in client assets, and it's going to launch 3 funds that will allow Bitcoin customers to buy Bitcoin. Okay, now mayors, this is getting political now. They're exploring Bitcoin payment options for residents and employees. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez says he's receiving positive feedback on his proposal to expand Bitcoin's use cases for residents and employees in his city. Okay, and that was on the Fox Business News. And Suarez said that the response to his proposal, which would allow residents to pay taxes with Bitcoin and for employees to receive their salary in Bitcoin, is overwhelmingly positive. So the people are deciding what the narrative is going to be in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. He says, I can tell you the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. I think the tweets that I put out with that resolution, I think it got 2 million views, 6.5 million impressions. And I've gotten calls from mayors and former governors across the country looking to do something similar. Hello, everybody. I just have to say that because I've been talking about cryptocurrencies for so long, and people keep saying, oh, it's a scam, oh, it's not real, oh, this, that, and the other. Now look at it. Okay, let's check out the next headline. Visa are going to enable Bitcoin payments to 70 million merchants. Do you know what that means? That means as a business owner, you can accept Bitcoin using your Visa account. You know, they're working to enable Bitcoin payments plus more. I can't wait to see what the plus more is going to entail. They say that they're working very hard to with some Bitcoin wallets to allow Bitcoin to be translated into fiat currency and therefore immediately able to be used at any of the 70 million places around the world where Visa is accepted. This is huge, guys. I mean, if what I have already said has not impressed you, this should really get you thinking about where you should be in the cryptocurrency market. And so Bitcoin firebrands Michael Saylor and Max Keiser counter the critics of Bitcoin's energy consumption. Noted Bitcoin bulls, Michael Saylor and Max Keiser, are jumping to Bitcoin's defense as critics lambast the king coin for its energy consumption. Okay, although some see Bitcoin as a wasteful energy consumer, Saylor, who currently heads business intelligence firms, MicroStrategy, argues that Bitcoin's use of the energy is what has kept the decentralized network secure for more than 10 years and enabled its adoption on a global scale. And so Bitcoin miners are going to the ends of the earth to the end of the grid. They are using energy that otherwise would have been wasted. It's either wasted hydroelectric energy or, for example, natural gas wells that are about to be closed in, and they either have to close them in or flare them. Okay, and so it's that energy consumption, that section of energy, that's where they're getting their energy from. And on that note, this new car will allow you to earn cryptocurrency while you drive. Motorists are being incentivized for environmentally friendly behavior, and they receive Kiri coins for driving sustainably. The car making giant Stellantis has announced that this feature is going to play a starring role in the new Fiat 500. Okay, the motorists will be incentivized for environmentally friendly behavior, and they'll receive Kiri coins for driving sustainably. And then the funds can then be used to buy products and services in the Kiri marketplace. And of course, you can exchange Kiri coin for the big grandfather Bitcoin. Now, former Uber and Goldman Sachs sales executive has joined Ripple XRP. They're in a bit of a stick at the moment because the SEC are actually taking them to court for selling XRP as a security. They argue it's not a security, it's a cryptocurrency. And so the case seems to be a bit weak. There's no real support behind the case. And so the digital payment giant Ripple is adding Uber and Goldman Sachs veteran to its ranks. So there are people leaving the banking sector, the corporate world, and they are going to work in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is one of the biggest, largest growing sectors right now. And the adoption of RippleNet among the region's many fintechs, payment service providers, and SMEs makes Southeast Asia their biggest market for both customer demand and transactional growth. Now, Deutsche Bank says that Bitcoin is too big to ignore after shattering $1 trillion market capitalization. Researchers at Deutsche Bank say Bitcoin's rise above the $1 trillion mark proves the leading cryptocurrency is here to stay, guys. It's here to stay. That's Deutsche Bank saying that, at least for the foreseeable future. In a new report on the future of payments, the banking giant says it expects Bitcoin to remain ultra volatile amid high levels of speculation. So in the short term, Bitcoin is here to stay and its value will remain volatile. We estimate that less than 30% of transactional value activity in Bitcoin is related to payment of goods and services, with the rest largely used as a financial investment. And so, if that wasn't enough, I'm exhausted now after going through all that news. That was just a fraction of what was happening this week. If you want all of the reports that I didn't have time to go through, please make sure you subscribe to LondonCryptoNetwork.com. So subscribe to LondonCryptoNetwork.com and you will be able to get the full news flash. All right, so we are still celebrating that $1.8 trillion market capitalization, of which $1 trillion is attributed to Bitcoin. I mean, God, do we need any more assurances? So let's have a look at Bitcoin. As you can see, it's still making quite a good advance after hitting over $60,000. It went back down, retraced back down to the $53,000 mark before settling around the $55,000 mark, 56,000. Now, when we take a longer term view, we can see that it's not really topped out yet. I meant to show the other slide, which I've got for the other cryptocurrencies. Now, we do expect Bitcoin to top out at $80,000, if not at the least, $100,000 at the very most. I know we've heard a lot of speculation about, and that's what it is, speculation about the price of Bitcoin going over $100,000. But be careful out there, guys, because Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market does have the habit of, after doing these large parabolic rises, correcting at anything from 40, 60 to 80% correction. And if it does correct back down to 80%, we do expect it to settle around the $28,000 mark. So bear that in mind when the market turns. And so when we look at Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum is still quite bullish. We have another quite a bit of news about Ethereum, which you'll get in the newsletter when you subscribe to LondonCryptoNetwork.com. And so we can see at the moment Ethereum is $1,700, and it looks like it may rise again. We haven't seen the end of this bull run, and so we are going to watch in awe as this market matures over the 2021. And if we look at the long-term outlook for Ethereum, we can see here that it's looking like it will top out around the $6,409 mark. Okay, and so that's when we know it's completely extinguished its bull run, and it will retrace. Now, Tron is another very interesting. Now, the reason why these cryptocurrencies are interesting is because they have their own blockchain, okay? And so when we look at Tron, we can see it's done an absolutely parabolic rise. It topped out at 6 cents, 6.5 cents, and it's currently at 6 cents right here. And so it looks like it has more to go. There's a lot happening in the Tron community. All of these cryptocurrencies have very strong communities behind them, people behind them. There's no cryptocurrency that doesn't have people behind them, like Ripple. Now, Ripple is currently at the 50-cent mark. It did peak at 55 cents. It started at a cent. And we are waiting in awe for this coin to reach the $1 mark. And there are other coins we are looking at also. And so on that note, that is the news flash. Wow, that was an extra special, extra detailed one. Lots of news, not lots of happenings, lots of development in the crypto space. Make sure if you're watching the recording, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, to London Crypto Network on YouTube. Make sure you share this information. Make sure you get started with cryptocurrency. Do not allow the rich and the wealthy to run off to the hills and make even more money with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, while the poor masses sit there thinking the whole thing is a scam. It is not. It is real. It is here's the new money. Let's get educated. Let's get the knowledge that we need to carry out this financial and economic emancipation through cryptocurrency. So my name is Crypto Celine. Thank you for watching. We're going to go into the main presentation now. So I am going to stop the recording.